Hey guys, what's going on? Joey here from Joey's Garage, and I'm making just another little random video. It's just an update. Well, this is a pretty big update. I don't think I'm using this motor for reasons being, when you get the starter turning this, it blows air back through the carburetor and sucks air into the exhausting crap, like it's got bad valves or a bad cylinder ring. Something's not right with it. It has compression, but it doesn't compress in the right areas. Like, it'll, instead of sucking into the carb, it'll blow out all the time and will miss. It sounds like a hit and miss motor. When it starts, it's like tuh, 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 tuh. Like you have to be sitting there with the governor pulling it all the way back, like, and it sits there and barely runs like that, and then it just sits there and catches on fire. But that's just because I don't have any muffler or nothing on it. But yeah, I'm still going big on that project. I've been working on that a lot lately. I've finally got that transaxle back in. I need to put some key stock on the other side, but you can see I got the 1-inch on the back. And it's all bolted in, and the belt is kind of in. It kind of has an angle right here, but when you turn the motor, it does not pop off. Even with the clutch down, you can have it turning and it does not pop off. So I'm assuming that should work somewhat. It'll probably be rubbing up against that a lot. I might have to like put some grease or just something on that so it doesn't murder itself on that. Like maybe another piece of rubber or something. I don't know. Or move that back, drill it out and move it back, have it angled. But I got it down to where I have the brake and stuff still hooked up. The brake is live and hooked up. It does work. It probably needs new pads on it someday, but I have pads laying everywhere for that. I'm doing some steering modifications. I'm gonna reinforce that axle. I still have yet to get those yellow rims that are over there underneath the proto box. You can see them over there. So I'm gonna take those and cut them up and put them inside of a donut wheel. I'm gonna cut this running board right here, probably some of the frame up in here, and I'm gonna cut a lot of the hood out so I can fit those big wheels in there and still be able to steer it. So yeah, I need to do a lot of steering modifications. Big thick. I'm gonna cut this, and I'll probably put like a maybe half inch thick solid steel tie rod in there. But here's the problem. Look how close that thing is to that pulley. I was even the other day thinking about moving the motor back a half an inch or an inch maybe. I got room to move it back an inch, but moving that back like an inch or so and doing some plumbing right here instead of that coming straight out, having it run up and out over here so my throttle pedal doesn't whack it. Like that's not what it's hitting that bolt right now, but if that's an inch up, that'll be damn close to it, and I'm afraid of stripping all that out and draining my oil back in the middle of the woods, which I really don't want to happen. But yeah, that oil, that's just kind of it's got a bad gasket. I don't know what gasket it is. I'll figure that out. I think it might just be leaking out of the exhaust, and it might just need to start and prime oil through it. Yeah, I got some work to do with the gas pedal. I'm gonna put a cable inside here, and it's just gonna run into that bolt on right there. Zip, and go around to the carburetor. I'm gonna run a governor at first, but so eventually I'll hack that governor out of there. You can see this is just all kind of rigged in here as of now, like shit bolted together. Nothing's right with it. Like right there. My battery wire just like popped out. Like, hey, how you doing? That needs fixed. This here, I think it's solid. That'll be fine. I don't see that bending at all, even with the big wheels on it. I could not imagine that bending. This here, I'm grinding all this JB weld and all this paint and all these old junk welds that look like they were put on with a training welder or a kid's welder. Taking all that off, grinding this off, and putting all new material in that, and putting it back where it's supposed to be. And I'm probably just gonna I might just take this out for the big wheels. and literally just make a whole new hood system with like a completely different hinging system and all that. I do still want to have headlights. I won't leave those headlights that are in there if I go to Harbor Freight and get some nice big LED lights and throw up in the front of it. I'm gonna have to make myself a charging system because I don't like wiring these charging systems that are stock. Like I'm thinking like that alternator right there, like right here, just the belt running over to it. And then I can also use that pulley as an emergency pull start. And I still have yet to put the new fuel filter in. I haven't put that in yet. Just because I don't know if I'm swapping out the motor or not. See, yeah, here's my custom governor rod. And that's just my other project I've been tinkering with while I'm waiting for parts for this. That's just the Wheel Horse B112. And I've had that thing forever, and that's just in here because I put a Goodyear end in it that had a third gear and a new belt. And I just need some carb work and some wiring. And this thing here should be good to go. It'll be good. That's just in here. That runs. I already got that running. That's just in here because I don't want it wet. Don't want it getting the rain pouring down onto that lawnmower. But yeah, I do have some stuff planned with this 6.5 horse OHV right here too. Just because it's a big ass OHV motor. I mean, yeah, it's not as big as this 16.5 OHV motor, but it's still pretty big. I need to put it. I'm thinking about putting a valve pan on that. That's valve pan. I think that's why it's knocking. It's got a slight knock. I think one of the valve pan's dented in. I think I got a rocker slapping it, but yeah, that's kinda. I need to take some of the tires off and get them sealed to the bead. Like this tire here is just completely flat. It's laying on the rim. Same with the two front ones. This one here, it's not on the rim, but it's definitely leaking a little bit. So yeah, there's work to be done. That's just been sitting around forever, and every tire on that's flat, and then it has 275 pounds of engine sitting on it, plus its own weight. And then this, I just had this out earlier mowing with it. There ain't nothing wrong with that at all. The headlights are, I don't like the charging system on it because the higher the RPM is, the brighter these get. And at max RPM, these things are barely lit up still. It's kind of, the headlights on it are kind of pointless. But, yeah. I ain't got a lot left with this. I need to get the motor going and clean out that bay. I'm taking the motor out 100%, come cleaning out the bay. I don't like that, putting some paint on it. Stop flippering, you stupid ass. Yeah, that thing's really pissing me off. It's just sitting here flickering. Let that thing completely uncharged. Yeah, that's kind of, the tarp is. The whole thing is being retarded. Okay, one lit up. No, there we go. That's better. Yeah, we did get a cover on that light. You can see how why these fluorescents here just kind of mess with my camera. Like, look what happens when you can see all the green lines. And every fluorescent bulb does this to cameras. I don't know why. It's really just like, those are the only thing that really works on a camera. There's socket bulbs, but yeah, I'm gonna clean all that out and get some paint in there that won't wear off. I'm just gonna take the seat and cut it around and go to Tractor Supply and get one of those $20 seat covers, leather seat covers that you can really sit an ass down into and not mess up, because these fail really easily. There's still safety seat shit up underneath here. Yeah, there's no way of fixing that at all. But yeah, I'm working on it. Here soon I'm probably gonna get the big come-alongs. I'm gonna jack it up to the ceiling. Either that or I'm just gonna put it up on jack stands. And I'm gonna cut from this right here, cutting the frame right there, and then cutting the frame back here and tube framing, putting tube frame in all right there. My plan is the battery is not going to be back there. I don't like the battery being in the back. There's a lot of downsides to that, like more weight, and like there's upsides and downsides. One of the upsides is there's more weight in the back, so you get better traction. One of the downsides is your battery is right underneath your ass, and if something happens to your battery, then you have the battery right underneath your ass, which is pretty self-explanatory. You don't want a battery exploding right under your butt, because chances are it won't end well when this battery acid spewing all over your butt just because you didn't want to run 2 wires. Right now I'm looking for one of my big ammo case. There it is. It's up under here. But yeah, I'm definitely relocating that. I just whacked my Nova with that. I'm planning on taking this and making myself a trunk. Either out of this big, I'm either going to use my big one, and I also have a small one over here. Both of these are 100% waterproof. You can drop these things in a creek. If they fall off, leave them there for a couple months, and come back to them, and they will not have one drop of water. You can see the big rubber seal that runs around this thing. And these things are no joke. Like that leaf right there is petrified in there. It's probably been in there for 2.5 years, and it's not even like you can just hear the big kaboom. You see it has a picture of a bullet on the top, which is kind of cool. You can get these just about anywhere. You can get them at like surplus stores or just online. You can get them at Harbor Freight, but they're not the real deal military boxes. That's got a puzzle. What in the? Yeah, but this one's also got a big rubber seal. It's got an S on it too for some reason. Maybe for surplus, I don't know. But yeah, these things are completely watertight. I'll probably end up just using this small one because it's plenty of room for a basic first aid kit. I'm thinking right down in here. What I'm thinking, like right here. Like maybe a freaking trunk. And yeah, I'll probably just call that a trunk. What else can you call it besides a trunk? Damn it. I can just take this. I don't want it like that. I would definitely make some brackets or something. Maybe even make some room to put toe strap, new winch cable, stuff like that. Maybe you can pull this out here. It's got your tools in it. I'll definitely have one of these on board. Rather I have it like right here. I could easily just ratchet strap one right there. That maybe the big one on the back. Because you can take these and run them over with the truck and you can't crush them. There's no possible way of destroying one of these unless you have like dynamite or something. I mean, there's endless possibilities where I could put this. I could hide it up underneath of it and have it where you like pull it down and pull it out from underneath that. I don't know. Maybe up underneath the dash. I don't know. Because the whole thing you gotta remember is I could put this down here and it be underwater the whole time and it won't matter. You just want to make sure you don't ruin them by drilling any holes or nothing in them to mount them, because then it's pointless, because then it'll fill up with water and you might as well take it and throw it out in your junk pile. Because what's the point of having a waterproof case if you drill holes in it? I'll probably just have it down here when I relocate the battery, like kaboom. Have the trunk put like that little set of metric Mac sockets, and then like a Craftsman, this little ratchet right here with some deep welds. I don't know, maybe a screwdriver, some wrenches. I don't know, something like maybe one of these. It's like one of those ones that's like you can use for basically any size that you need it for. Okay, like, oh, I need to take this bolt off. Let me just. Yeah, I can't use it on that. It's too far down. But I need to take that bolt off or something. Grip that around there and turn it. It's one of those that makes life easier when you don't want to have to go look for a wrench. Or like when you're doing something like I'm doing and you don't want to have to take 6 or like a whole set of wrenches. Like here, let me tighten up my oil plug, like stuff like that. You can use that on like any size bolt. That is between like 32nd. What is that? 9/16 or something? I don't know. 3/8. Who knows? It's all rusty. You can't read it. But yeah, that's what I'm doing so far. I might make some videos on that sometime, but not today. That's it, guys. Peace out.